Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Cypress Sports Show. I'm Jeff Russell here with Mark Slevcove, as always. Brought to you, of course, by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the games. Make sure you get by there, have some pizza, and enjoy the pregame, and then celebrate with the team after the game. Coach Slevcove, we got some exciting stuff. We're going to change it up here starting next week. We're going to do a new segment called How Well Do You Know? What kind of things can we look forward to?
Well, hopefully we'll see a lot of athletes. We'll get out to the different sports teams and check in with several of our athletes and see how well they know things like their coach. Are they familiar with some of the history of their coach, some of their program, some of the things around school, maybe some of their teammates as well. So hopefully it's fun. I know they'll have some good responses.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be great stuff. Can't wait to hear the responses. I know that they're they get excited with these things, and sometimes we get to have some pretty funny comments come out of it. So it should be pretty fun. The football team had a great start last week, Coach. They did an amazing job start to the season with the victory over Foothill. Offense is really moving the ball. I know we're going to get more to that, but what else do we have for an update?
Yeah, nice to see the football team defeat Foothill after not beating them last year. So that's great for the program. Girls volleyball, they made it to the semifinals of the Lakewood tournament. They lost in the semis to Lakewood, but they came back and won their third-place game. And then they beat Milliken in 4 games on Tuesday afternoon in a non-league match. Girls tennis, they opened their season Wednesday this week, so yesterday when you see this, against Cerritos. Boys water polo, same thing, Wednesday taking on Buena Park. And then cross country, girls golf, they're continuing to conduct their tryouts, putting their rosters together before they compete in the near future.
Good stuff, as always. Going to keep getting busier as we move through this time period and get going in the fall and have everybody out, and as soon as golf and all that really gets going. So it's going to get pretty busy here. Today, super excited and happy to have our assistant football coach and defensive coordinator, Jeff Crooks, on the program. Coach Crooks, how are we today?
We're doing great. Thanks for having me on. Again, I like the new addition you have, the Coach's Corner sign, and everything looks good. And that place has great meals and good food. So everybody got to go to Coach's Corner. Absolutely.
Awesome atmosphere as well. Coach Thompson helping out there, of course, as the owner and really getting things going. So we look forward to seeing everybody out there. Coach, we had a pretty good first game, I'd say, overall against a typically really good, strong team. How's the vibe with our team now coming into this week as we move up to the number 12 rank in the county and play the number 11 team?
Well, I think our vibe is great after a great win that we had against Foothill. They are a tough and physical team. So to start off with them, I mean, they got us last year. We lost by 7. So we kind of went in with momentum of wanting to get revenge on them. Just to open up with the victory week 1 against a very physical team and come out healthy. We're excited about it. And it was great that we're ranked 12th in the county. We're excited about that too, but we don't really focus on being ranked and everything else. We just like to play our opponent. Our challenge this week is San Juan Hills, and we're looking forward to them.
Coach Crooksy, our offense put up some points early last Friday night, and it wasn't just the usual suspects. What was the key to that success?
Well, the key is our offense did a great job on moving the chains, extending drives, ball security, not turning it over. We got great opportunities on getting 3 turnovers, which turn into points, so we got about, if you get a turnover, is average of 4.3 points. So we gave our offense short fields. They were able to capitalize and get on Foothill early. And, they just kept moving the chains and doing a great job of ball possession.
Yeah, anytime we get turnovers, right, that can lead us to points, such a gigantic thing, especially in a high school game. Aiden Houston had a really solid game, going 11 for 15 with 145 yards, passing, a touchdown, as well as 48 yards rushing and a touchdown. How does he impact our offense now that he's here?
Well, he impacts it tremendously. And what I mean tremendously is he's a run option quarterback. So he's a dual threat guy. So now the defense has to account for him, So that's one of the pain as a defensive side of the ball for us is to contain a running quarterback. But if he can run, he can throw. So I'm just glad he's playing for us. And, I'm looking for big things throughout the rest of the season with him.
Yeah, Coach, we got Aiden, and we also got Elliot Lemonier. two quarterback system right now, different styles between the two of them. He was 5 for 6 with 105 yards and a touchdown. So both guys look like they're going to be solid under the center. How difficult is that for our opponents to get a feel for what we're going to do each week?
Well, you just got to prepare for two guys. Usually you think, you start a guy and then have the backup come in and take over just to see who's going to do reps. Both are equal guys, so they're able to run the offense both efficiently. And that's going to be difficult for defense to defend because, you're going to have two different game plans, so they both have Elliott and Aiden on the same side and, doing signal calling and executing each play effectively. I mean, it really helps out our offense and, helps us out on defense as well to make sure that they take the ball and keep moving the chains and, scoring and letting us do our thing. So I'm glad they're both for us, and they played both excellent game on Friday night for the first time under the lights. It was great.
Yeah, Coach, we know that the other team's defense is based on the success of last year with Matthew Morrell. We know that they're going to be focusing on him each week. Last week, he still managed to have 5 catches for 88 yards. He's such a tremendously gifted athlete. What other things does he bring to our team that helps us be successful?
Well, the things that he brings is, just leading by example, on and off the field, being able to make big play catches in practice, along with big play catches in the game. He also is our punter, so he's a threat on that. So if he's able to punt, and if we able to call a fake, he's able to get us a first down. So you got to be able to defend that. But overall, he's a great kid, and he's a silent leader. So if he goes, we go. So if he makes big plays, we're going to be making big plays. So I'm just glad he's on our team.
I think I saw him do the gritty the other week after practice too. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I just don't think, we're trying to have fun at practice, those double days and stuff. Kids are, double days and making the time go by, and it's the same repeated periods over and over again. So we got to have fun out there and dance. So
for sure.
Does that mean Coach Crooks is going to be doing it this week? That would be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe the Cabbage Patch, but I don't know if I can do the new stuff the kids do nowadays. I'll do the old stuff, the Running Man or the Cabbage Patch.
Okay, I expect to see that. We get some cameras out there.
All right.
Teams are obviously going to focus on Morrell, given his skill set, Monteleone, and maybe that gives guys like Blake Cusimano a chance to make some plays. Cusimano had 6 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown. What kind of player is Blake? What kind of teammate is Blake? What kind of personality does Blake have? What makes him so valuable?
Blake's a great kid. He just has a great personality, very outgoing, and very energetic, and it shows in his playing ability. Going in the summer, he's making big plays in 7-on-7. We're like, okay, let's get pads on, see what he can do. And now that he's able to go across the middle, and if they're bracketing Matt or if they're bracketing Trevor, for him to go across the middle and take those catches and those hits and extend the chains for us, it's huge. So he's turned into a good asset to us offensively, and offensive staff is excited that he's developed well and stuff, and he's making great things. So it just opens up our offense a lot more with him in the picture, in the mix.
Now, defensively, right, that's your specialty out there. The team played extremely well against a team that's really talented, typically moves the ball, like you said, big physical team. We only allowed 230 total yards. Trevor Monteleone led the defense, had 11 tackles, 4 assists. How does he seem to be in the right place at the right time throughout the entire game?
He's just a stud. I mean, plain and simple, he has a nose for the ball. He's a 3-year starter, and he understands the scheme that we have in place, and he understands his reads that we have. So we have a couple key things that we have formationally that we scheme on. If they do those things, he reacts to it, and he's just a ball hawk. He's just great kid, and he's just a stud on the field. Glad he's on our side, and he's a 3-year starter. So somebody's got to offer this kid because he's just a playmaker.
Now, how much of that is you guys watching film, and how much of that is just his pure instincts when he gets out there?
Yeah, well, there's those things. I mean, we could set it up and say, hey, here's their tendency. This is what you got to do. And if he's not going to follow through in the task, I mean, it doesn't work out, So he's just a natural gifted kid and, football athlete and able just to play and just have that overall talent, that present. He just has that it factor. which allows him just to be a playmaker and just and we vibe off that on defense. We see, you know, we all swarm to the ball, and you know, he's first one there and knocks him down, gets a big hit. I mean, that just pumps us up as a defense and get us going. So he's a great kid to have on our side.
Yeah, Trevor's always been a ball hawk ever since his Lakewood Pop Warner days. He's been doing it for a long time. Another guy that's been doing it, and it's really fun. I've known some of these kids now since they were 6 or 7 years old. Jacob Wilkie's one of those. He's a guy who's got an eye for the ball, 7 tackles, 3 assists. What is San Juan Hills offense going to do that we have to prepare for and get our guys like Wilkie ready for?
Well, we like to, you know, we brought a lot of pressure last week, so I'm assuming they're going to beef up on their pass pro and understand our blitzes and stuff like that. And, you know, they're going to have to make sure that, you know, they account for, you know, our safeties that might be down in the box based on certain sets and stuff, and just basically just, you know, overall scheming, just trying to out scheme what we do defensively. So it's going to be a tough task. They're a good offensive team, so it's going to be a good challenge for us.
Yeah, Coach, they're fairly young, but they're extremely talented. They got a young quarterback, Michael Tollefson. He can run, he can pass well. What's going to be that focus for us in holding him down and keeping him kind of contained?
Well, he's kind of like the same kind of quarterback we have as Aiden Houston, and he's a runner and a thrower, so we're going to have to be able to contain the box and not let him get outside. Our DBs are going to have to cover for a long period of time, and we're going to have to get pressure on him. You know, so we're going to get pressure and contain him, and then make him be uncomfortable in the pocket, and then make plays that he doesn't normally make. So, and just hopefully capitalize on some turnovers.
They lost a big receiver last year to UCLA. What other skill guys do they have offensively that you know, our guys, linebackers like Nate Schneider, are going to have to keep an eye out?
Well, they got a couple guys. They got 2 juniors and a senior. All 3 are good possession receivers and have some wheels to extend plays if needed. I believe it's Briggs Marquez and Ryan Hannity. And they also have a tight end that's committed to Army. He's about 6'4", 245, great blocker, and has hands and stuff. So those kind of things that we're going to have to be able to prepare for and understand and recognize in formations and stuff, what calls and stuff to make, and just make plays when opportunities present itself.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time. We're super looking forward to Thursday's game at home against San Juan Hills, our first home game of the year. We got a lot of Thursday games this year as well. So anything you want to say to the fans and students out there before the game?
No, I just want to, you know, come out and support us. I know we have all Thursday night games, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be an early week for us, and it's going to be a long morning on Friday mornings, but come out and support us. We appreciate all you guys do for us, and I believe it's ASB has a Cowboy Up theme or something, so everyone dress up as your favorite cowboy and cowgirl, and hopefully we get a victory and beat the Stallions. So we'll see you guys there.
Awesome, Coach. Well, thanks again. You're definitely not going to want to miss out on this week's game. Thanks again to Coach's Corner as well. Thank you so much for watching each and every week, and we'll see you all at the game on Thursday.